Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel and today we're doing a nice full body flow. So find just a little bit of space to move and let's get started. So let's begin today in just a nice comfy seat. You can place your hands on your knees or in your lap, but close your eyes. Take a nice big breath in and lengthen through your spine. Sit nice and tall and a nice big breath out. Breathing deeply in and out. Another nice deep breath in. Fill your body up with air and then slowly let it go. Awesome, you guys. You can start to let your head just tip over towards your right shoulder. Feeling the length through the side of your neck. So allowing yourself to slow down your day. Connect with your breath. And then just let your chin start to fall down towards your collarbone. See if that changes the stretch that you are feeling through your neck. And then as you inhale, lengthen your spine again. Just letting your shoulders fall from your ears. Maybe listening to the sound of your breath. And nice and slow, just start to lift your chin back up and keep your head tipping over to the side. And then letting an inhale help you bring your head back to center. Take a moment here, take a breath or two. And then start to let your head tip over to the other side. Moving slowly here. Feel the nice stretch through the neck. And then the chin can start to tip down. And one more time, notice the length through your spine. Are you relaxing, maybe slouching a little bit? It's good to relax, but let's keep our spine nice and long. And when you're ready, just let your chin start to lift back up. Once it's pointing forwards, let an inhale bring your head back through center. Awesome, you guys. Take a moment here, but you can start to open up your eyes. Notice the sensations running through your neck, maybe down your shoulders, maybe into your jaw, out your mouth, through the crown of your head. When you're ready for it, let's make our way into tabletop. Onto our hands and knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Maybe rock your hips side to side. But then tuck your toes. Take a deep breath in. And exhale into your downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Maybe pedal your feet a couple times as you send your hips nice and high. Push into your palms. Let your head, your chest get heavy. Breathe deeper. Feel the air coming into your body all the way in your belly and coming back out. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. Awesome, you guys. Take an inhale. Start to look forwards. As you exhale, walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale for a half lift. Nice long spine. With the exhale, fold forwards, bend your knees, bring your chest towards your knees, and then inhale, lengthen again, half lift. Find the length through your legs, find the length through your spine. Stay for an inhale. The exhale, bend your knees, bring your chest as close to them as you can, like you're in a nice little ball. Inhale for another half lift. Maybe lift your toes. Can you feel the stretch through your legs? Exhale, fold, bend your knees so that you can plant your hands and take your left foot back into a lunge. Sink into your hips. You can lower your back knee. You can rest on the top of your back foot, and you can start to lift your chest up. Placing your hands on your front knee, maybe sinking into your hips a little bit more. Let your shoulders fall from your ears, and if your left arm is free to move around, bring it to your side. With a big inhale, sweep your arm out and then up, and maybe lean over a bit. Add a side stretch to your lunge, sinking your hips forwards and down still. Nice, you guys. Let's try to look up to our fingertips and then look down past your right hip. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, come back, bring your hands down to your mat. If your knee is rested, tuck your toes, lift it up. Inhale to look forwards, exhale, bring your back foot to the top. Inhale for a nice half lift, long spine. Exhale, folding forwards, plant your hands, bend your knees so you can plant them. Take your right foot back. Lower your knee. Of course, you can keep it lifted if you want to work harder. Or rest on the top of that back foot and start to lift your chest up and think more about stretching those hips today. Your hands can rest on your front knee, soften through your shoulders. Find that lovely hip opener. Lunge. Bring your right arm to your side if you'd like to add that side stretch. Big inhale. Sweep your arm out, up, and over. Maybe spread your fingertips a little wider. Maybe starting to look up. And then bringing the gaze down past that left hip. Stay for an inhale. With the exhale, bring your hands back down to your mat. Tuck your toes, maybe lift your knee. Inhale to look forwards and exhale your back foot to the top. With an inhale, find a half lift. Exhale, folding, planting your hands. Step all the way back into downward facing dog. Push into your palms, send your hips nice and high. Walking your big toes together. Inhale your right foot up, any amount. Look forwards and exhale as you send that foot up to the top of your mat, back into your lunge. So this time, maybe you're going to keep your back knee lifted. Maybe you're going to bring it down. We're going to lift our chest up again though, you guys. So find your balance. Sink into your hips. Maybe your hands this time come together in front of your heart. Maybe they're resting on your front knee. Maybe you're going to sweep your arms up. And if your palms are together, maybe keep them together as you start to extend your arms up and maybe start to shift your gaze up as well. Pretend your arms are giving your head a nice hug. Maybe they're right beside your ears. Crescent lunge. Stay for an inhale, and as you exhale, tip forwards, bring your hands down. Inhale, look forwards, exhale, your back foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands downward facing dog. Take a moment to send your hips nice and high. Eventually walking your feet together. Inhale your left foot up, look forwards, exhale, send it through. Set up your lunge. Decide if you want your knee down or lifted. Start to rise. Lift your upper body. Breathe. Make any adjustments that you need so you're balanced. Our back heel is lifted. We're on the ball of that back foot if your knee is up. You can be on the top of your foot if your knee is down. Decide what you'd like to do with your arms, maybe palms together, and then just let them float all the way up. Keep them together. How do the shoulders enjoy that? Maybe shift the gaze up. Lean back a little bit. Find your breath. Nice and strong. For just one more inhale. Let the exhale bring you down. Fold, plant your hands. Inhale as you shift your gaze forwards. Exhale your back foot to the top of your mat. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, let's come all the way up to standing. Reach up, maybe look up. And exhale as you lower your hands in front of your heart and down to your sides. Take a shoulder roll. Spread your fingertips wide. Big inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step all the way back. Downward facing dog. Nicey, guys. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Let's stay for another inhale. With the exhale, lower your knees down to your mat. Come up to standing on your knees. You can roll your mat over if you need a little extra cushion. Our right foot's gonna come forward. So kind of a 90-90 with our legs here. Our hands are gonna find our hips. With an inhale, we're just gonna start to lift the chest for half camel. So we're just gonna look up. We're gonna lift the chest up. Your hands can stay on your hips, or maybe they find your low back. Your fingers could point up, they could point down, whatever helps you open your chest a little more. And look up. And you might feel the hips as you send them forward. Awesome, you guys. Use an inhale to bring your chest back. Let your hands come off of your low back or your hips onto your knee. So we're going to do that again. If you feel comfortable with your hands on your hips, your hands on your low back, you're going to do that again. If you feel like that left arm is free to move a little bit more, we're going to sweep it up. So your right hand can find your hip or your low back, and then your left arm could also reach up, or it can stay to support you on your low back as well. So you can decide to start to look up, start to lift the chest, see what happens, move slow, find your breath. Little half camel. Whether you have one hand on your low back or both, let it support you. Send your hips forwards a little bit more. Use an inhale to find your way back up. Bring your hands to your mat and your right knee as well, so that you end up in tabletop. And just take a second here, maybe rock your hips a little bit before we switch sides. We're going to take a moment in child's pose. So you can bring your knees out wide, rest your forehead, soften your shoulders, and just scan your body. How does your body feel in this moment? Noticing your forehead pressing into the ground. Feel the next inhale. Fill your body up with air. When you're feeling ready, slowly lift. Come back to standing on your knees. Take a longer break if you need one. Move slowly here. If you're feeling a little dizzy, just take your time. We're going to be bringing our left foot forwards though, setting up our 90-90 lunge, and then adding our half camel. So let's start with both hands supporting us, low back, hips, wherever's comfy. And then just shift the gaze. Lift the chest, see what happens. Without thinking about what you look like or how far you're back bending, just look up, lift your chest, and breathe. Nicely done, you guys. Use an inhale to come forwards. Stay in your lunge. Bring your hands to your knee. Maybe a little shoulder roll. Decide if you're going to do the same thing one more time, or if your right arm is free, left hand can find the hip or the low back. Let the inhale bring you back. Look up. Lift your chest. Move nice and slow. Drawing your belly button in, sending your hips forwards if you need more to think about, but breathe. Awesome work, you guys. Let the inhale bring you back. The exhale, plant your hands and find your tabletop. Left knee to your mat, a little rock of the hips. And eventually, child's pose, knees out wide, send your hips back. Melt it down. Rest your forehead. Soften your shoulders. When you're feeling good to move again, lift your forehead up. Walk your hands in, bring your knees in even. You can start to sit down, cross your ankles, send your legs out long. Or actually, keep your knees bent. Give your knees a hug, maybe a little rock side to side. Tuck your chin towards your collarbone as much as feels good. And then you can slowly start to lay down all the way on your back. You can walk your feet closer to your hips, maybe even lift your heels. Add a gentle rock side to side, massage your low back. You can keep your feet planted, or you can hug your knees towards your chest. Continue to rock side to side, maybe. If your knees want to open up, you might even reach for your feet for a happy baby. You can still rock side to side, encourage your low back to your mat so you're still massaging it, even if you're in happy baby. Rocking side to side. Slowing down any rock that you are doing. And bringing your knees back together and eventually your feet to your mat as well. Extending your arms out wide, weight on your shoulders. Let your knees fall to the left. Take a twist. Take a couple nice deep breaths. In your twist. And letting an inhale, lift your knees back up. And they can fall over towards the right when you're ready. And breathing a little deeper again. Getting up nice, big inhale. Bring your knees back up. And maybe a couple more rocks side to side, or you can start to send your legs out long, your feet out wide, letting your palms face up, making your way into Shavasana. Letting your body find stillness. Total relaxation. And staying here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy your day. And until next time, namaste.